This is an absolute joke. Watch this.
I want to start off on the immigration debate with you, because there were reports earlier today that as part of their response to try and toughen up on immigration, the Albanese government was going to cut the country's refugee intake from 20,000 a year down to 13,000 a year, or just below 14,000 a year. But there's been an intervention late today by the Prime Minister saying they won't cut the refugee intake. It'll stay at 20,000. So this is Tony Burke and Labor having all sorts of trouble reducing the migrant intake in this country.
Labor, you are an absolute mess.
And bring your brooms, because it's a mess.
At this point, your word means very little, because you tell us one thing and constantly do another. And now this week is refugees. Since Labor was elected, around 1.4 million migrants have come to Australia. For a bit of a perspective, our population over that time is roughly 27 million people. And yet we constantly hear we've cut migration by 50%, comparing that to the COVID era peak. That is a blatantly stupid comparison, because do we compare today's figures to an outlier? No. And now we're talking about refugees. Look at the UK, whose asylum system costs billions of dollars a year. Adjust that for our population. Is that really where we want Australia heading? Because we do tend to follow the UK on most things. Cut the fucking numbers. Then there's housing. Albanese, in a recent post, says 260,000 people have benefited from the 5% deposit scheme. Okay, but how many were permanent residents rather than citizens? So guys, are you sick of this bullshit? Because I certainly am.